Ready or not? Tanong ka.
Okay na, recording na.
Recording na. Matagal, nangangalay ako. Aray!
Uy!
Wala na, operahan na to.
Aray! Aray, steady to.
Recording na yan ha. Recording na yan.
Sa 1, 2, 3. Sa tara na tayo. Oo na, nakikita yung text sa akin. Okay lang yun. At least, pila tayo, pila.
Game na?
Okay na yun.
One of the places you can go to inside the Rizal Park is the... Hello! Wait lang! One of the places you can go to inside the Rizal Park is the Japanese Garden. Tara na!
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Oh baby, 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 my baby.
We have arrived at the capital city of the Philippines. Welcome to Manila.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you. 'Cause you're there for me too.
Oops, not so fast. In order to film these clips, we are required to get a permit in the planetarium office to continue filming. Now, back to the video. Hello and welcome to Rizal Park, also called as Luneta Park, one of the famous landmarks here in the Philippines. A place where you can take a walk, enjoy the scenery, watch the fountains, go on a picnic, and relax. There are vendors everywhere that sell snacks and all sorts of stuff, so it's really impossible for you to get hungry. It's a perfect place for the whole family. But Luneta Park doesn't only offer its beauty, but also its history. Did you know that this was once called Bagong Bayan during the Spanish colonial period, but later changed to Luneta? This place was witness to significant moments in Philippine history. Among them were the execution of the three martyr priests Jose Burgos, Jacinto Zamora, and Mariano Gomez, also known as Majoha, Charot, also known as Gomburza, and of course, the man whose name is literally on the park itself, Gat Jose Rizal. The park houses a few attractions such as a Japanese garden and Chinese garden. So, let's check them out.
One of the places you can go to inside the Rizal Park is the Japanese Garden. Tara na!
Konnichiwa minasan, welcome to the Japanese Garden. This is a nice little Japanese garden located in Rizal Park. It is located close to the Chinese garden. The garden is in need of some maintenance but is pleasant enough. There are some stray cats that live in the garden which I really liked because personally, I love cats. The garden has some nice photo opportunities, especially if you take photo under the torii, or if you are not familiar with the name, it's the Japanese Red Archway. Also, you might want to take pictures with their beautiful murals. I'm sure it would spice up your photos. It is not something I would go out your way to visit. However, if you're in Rizal Park, it is definitely worth taking a quick stroll through when walking by. The Japanese Garden is one of the most beloved landscapes at Rizal Park, celebrating the beauty and wonder of nature. Furthermore, this garden was built to promote friendship between Japan and the Philippines.
Ni hao everyone! Welcome to the Chinese Garden, where you can enjoy and learn more about the Chinese culture and architecture. So this is the Chinese Garden. A ticket booth is present at the front gate but no one was manning it, so people were just coming in presuming that there is no entrance fee. As soon as you walk into the garden, you are greeted with a beautiful artificial lagoon, and if you follow the pathway which leads to the main garden, you will see different Chinese sculptures such as proverbs, Chinese temples, and dragons at the ceiling. You will also see the statue of Confucius. The garden was a tranquil sight, but keep in mind that they do not allow eating inside. There were also several on-site photographers roaming around the area that offers to take a photo of you for a cheap price, but you can humbly decline them. The overall experience was amazing. It is a perfect place for people seeking peace and tranquility. Did you know that the Chinese garden was built in 1966 to 1967 with Cadoray Valencia? All over the garden are irregularly shaped stones from Antipolo, trees, plants, as well as man-made lagoon. Pagodas and gazebos accentuated with red pillars and green tiled roofs. The life-size granite Confucius monument of the Chinese garden is a unique celebration of the essence of true Chinese culture, which aims to promote traditional and positive Confucian and Filipino values as well as to honor all teachers, the unsung heroes of society. There is also a wisdom walk which features Chinese proverbs written in Chinese characters and translated in English and Filipino. The Chinese garden is now considered as a venue for social gathering, personal and commercial shoots, and other Chinese-related celebrations.
Kakain po kami sa McDo. After a long day at Rizal Park, we decided to take our lunch here in McDonald's. So, after this, we're going to go to Intramuros and be right back. We have arrived at Intramuros, and behind me is the Manila Cathedral, the mother church of the Philippines. And first impression, yeah, it's really big and really old and really sturdy. So, come on, let's take a look. The Manila Cathedral Basilica is a premier church of the Philippines because of all the churches in the archipelago. It was the one chosen to become the cathedral in 1581 when the Philippines was separated from the Archdiocese of Mexico and became a new diocese with its episcopal seat in Manila. We are not allowed to film the inside of the cathedral, but this is how it looks like. The statues in front of the cathedral are really eye-catching, and overall, Manila Cathedral is just really beautiful. The Calesa and pedicabs roaming in the road of Intramuros offers travel throughout the location. So, if you're tired of walking and just want to enjoy the place, sakay na! Then, napadaan din kami dito sa Plazuela de Santa Isabel, a small plaza behind the cathedral. And yeah, the plaza looks nice and the memorial statue is really deep and beautiful. Now, let's go to our next location. Fort Santiago is located just a few meters away from the Manila Cathedral and is considered as one of the most significant historical places in the Philippines. The city of Manila's origins lies here, in the crumbling fortress north of the walled city of Intramuros, near the mouth of the Pasig River. Fort Santiago is the oldest Spanish bastion in the Philippines, and it was built in 1571 by a Spanish navigator and governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi for the new established city of Manila. The fort was once used by the British, Americans, and during World War II, the Japanese. Also, this is where Jose Rizal was imprisoned. For those who are planning to visit Fort Santiago, just remember that the entrance fee costs 75 pesos for adults and 50 pesos for students. As soon as we go in, we are welcomed by the clean and beautiful Plaza Moriones, a wide space plaza perfect for picture taking and relaxing. Then, pumasok kami sa tunnel called the Reducto de San Francisco Javier. Ganito itsura niya ngayon, decorated siya, but in the past, it actually served as a first line of defense as well as storage for food and ammunition. Paglabas ng tunnel, bumungad sa amin ang shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So, We go back outside the tunnel and umakyat sa taas and tumambay ng konti. The view was really nice and refreshing. Next, in-explore namin ang ruins of Almacenes Reales o Royal Warehouse. This place was once a storehouse for supplies and goods unloaded by ships at the river during the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade. But there's more to this place. This is the main gate of Fort Santiago. Tara, pasok! Bumungad sa amin ang magandang Plaza de Armas. At sa gitna nito ay ang statwa ni Jose Rizal. Then, naglakad-lakad kami konti, enjoying the view of the Pasig River, as well as the Raha Sulaiman Theater below. We then proceed to the Baluarte de Santa Barbara. Inside the Baluarte de Santa Barbara is an educational facility known as the I Make History Lego Education Center. The structures were super cool and detailed, and it's a way to appreciate architecture.
We're going to the dungeons.
Eto na, one of my favorites, the dungeons of Fort Santiago. This was converted into prison cells, and what's crazy is after the Battle of Manila in 1945, 600 decomposing bodies of prisoners were found here. Siyempre, malinis naman dito and well-maintained, so nothing to worry about. Except maybe your head, because the ceiling is really low.
Yes. Uy! Tanga mo, friend.
Then, dinaanan namin ang Rizal's Chapel Cell. This is where Rizal is transferred after 56 days of imprisonment at the soldiers' barracks. Then, pumasok na kami sa Postigo de la Nuestra Señora de Soledad towards Paseo Soledad, where we took a little break and recall on our trip.
Rain or shine, we've been traveling the city of Manila. And I'm going to ask my friends if what's their favorite place that we've been to already. So, ako muna yung mauna. So, pinaka-favorite ko dito is yung Fort Santiago. As a first timer na pumunta dito, I was really overwhelmed and yun nga, it meets beyond my expectations. Once we go to the front gate, marami pala talagang attraction dito and so there's so much to offer pa. So that's why. So ikaw, Joshua, baka meron ka?
For me, my favorite place, syempre Fort Santiago. Matagal ko nang iniintay makapunta dito since I love history ever since bata pa ako. I'm always fascinated how and what happened to the Philippines and especially yung our national hero or our hero, Jose Rizal. So, I really like that this was preserved so that you can almost feel and experience. Hindi man siya katulad ng dati, syempre, pero yung vibes niya na natili na para kang nandun sa Spanish era na naranasan nila Rizal.
Ikaw, Jai, ano yung pinakagusto mo dito sa trip natin?
Lahat. Pero, especially, itong Fort Santiago. Siyempre, nilibre niyo ako. At saka, maganda kahit umuulan. Yun.
Ikaw, David.
One of my favorite place is the Rizal Monument because yung mga guard is very interesting and we salute to them because imagine standing there for a long period of time and imagine the discipline, di ba? And the horses were fun to watch. That's it.
So, that's all our opinions on our trip. So, most of us really like the Fort Santiago, pero the rest naman, maganda rin naman talaga. And you guys should visit it. So, yun lang.
Rain or shine, our trip was really fun, and traveling here is a nice way to learn, experience, and relive the culture and history of the Philippines.
This is the end of our journey. We have visited Rizal Park, the Chinese Garden, the Japanese Garden, to the Manila Cathedral, and the Fort Santiago. This place has a lot to offer, but this goodbye does not mean we're not coming back. So, goodbye Manila, adios! Manila na! Gago malaslit. Sorry, kinakabahan.